like warm. Why? I'm right here. Every time. Why? Why do you do this? I'm literally right here. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. You guys know I kind of just do tutorials most of the time. But one of my longtime subscribers, I love her so much. She's so nice to me all the time. She's so great. Her name is Chantel, and in my last video, not the last one I uploaded, but the last one I uploaded 2 videos ago, whatever. 2 videos ago, she recommended in the comments if I could do like my top 10 eyeshadow palettes. Like if I could only have 10 eyeshadow palettes, what ones would I pick? And I thought that'd be really fun. Some of these you guys might already, you're gonna know, it's gonna be obvious. It's stuff I tend to use a lot. But yeah, I wanted to kind of figure out like if I literally could only have 10, not like my 10 best, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe not the 10 best quality, but like if I could literally only have 10 palettes for the rest of my life forever, and I could just have 10 and I have to make those 10 work, you know what I'm saying? What 10 would I pick? So that was a little tricky because it's not just like what's the best quality, but it's like I need to be able to do basically every kind of look I would want to do. So that was kind of tricky, but I got it down to my 10. And that's what I'm gonna do today, is show you my top 10. If this is all I could have forever, this is what I would pick. Also, I wanted to mention, someone had mentioned this in my comments before in the last couple of videos, and I've heard it a couple times over the last couple months. If you guys are not seeing my videos, because I definitely feel like not everyone's seeing all my videos, please make sure to turn on post notifications, and you have to hit all. So you have to, sorry if you hear Lily, she just woke up from her nap. So basically when you go and you see my name and it says subscribed, you click the bell next to the subscribe button, and you have to hit all, because if you just hit it and you don't hit all, it only sends you some, which is so stupid. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any of my videos, please hit the bell, hit all, and then you'll see all of the videos. Let's just get started on my top 10. So these are gonna be in no particular order. I'm gonna start with the first one that is like my number one, and then, but all the other ones are just like in no particular order. And I'll kind of explain like for each palette, a little bit of like why I picked it. So my number one, and this is not gonna be surprising, if I could only have 10 palettes, number one first choice I knew already from the get-go is my Stacey Marie Carnival XL palette. You guys know, as you can tell, I like to do wild makeup. I used to be a neutral girl doing cute little neutral looks a lot. And then I'd maybe do, a colorful look here and there. Now, in this time in my life, I love doing wild eye makeup. It's just my thing. And I think you guys know that. If you look at my Instagram, you know that. I love colorful makeup. And this is just that palette that I could honestly, if I had to pick one palette forever, it would be this one, because I could make it work. But thankfully I have other things too. But this palette is just, it's so good. The quality is really, really good. You get so many color options in here. The formulation is great. I just love the layout. I love everything about it. This palette it's literally amazing, and you need it, especially if you're someone who likes to do colorful, crazy, wild makeup and you want to do like crazy looks sometimes. You need this palette if you don't have it yet. It is truly worth every single penny I paid for it, which was several pennies because it was like 60 bucks. Okay, next in my pile here is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I'm not Jeffree's number one fan in terms of his eyeshadow formula. I think personally his eyeshadow formula is just like, it's all right. It's not like, oh my God, it's like the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people are like die hard for Jeffree Star eyeshadows. I think they're like good, but they're not like the best by any means. But I picked this because this is the ultimate blue palette. If I want to do like a true blue, like Atlantic blue, sky blue, like that kind of blue look where it's like you know, like the packaging, like true blue, this is the palette I go for because it's just got all those shades. You got so many options for blenders. You can do like a full little minty teal moment in here too. You can do, like I said, the more like sky blue colors. It has a couple neutrals that are so pointless. Why are there 3 light like lid shades? I always wondered that in his palettes, and he makes me mad sometimes when he does things like this. This could have been 3 more blue colors, even 2 more blue colors, but why that many? Whatever. But all the other blues make up for it. So this for sure is gonna be in my top 10. Okay, so next is gonna be this bad boy right here. And this is the ABH Jackie Aina palette. First of all, it's one of my prettiest palettes, I think. I love opal. And this just speaks to me. I love the opal-y color of the packaging. But this palette is when I want to be, look at how messy my desk is right now. I've been filming little things and it's just a mess. When I want to be a sultry, sexy woman, this is like a palette I immediately am drawn to. The tones in here are just so pretty. I love the tones. I love everything about it. It's beautiful. This shimmer here is so messy, but it's so beautiful, so whatever. And it's my favorite ABH palette. One of the only ones I truly feel like I actually really like, because most of them I feel just like me about. But I love this one. I love the shimmers in this palette too. Overall, they're very interesting. I feel like all the tones work so well together and are so amazing and beautiful. So this would definitely be, again, for sure, top 10. Love that one. All right, next I'm going to talk about these 2 Juvia's Place palettes, because you know I had to throw in some Juvia's Place because Juvia is my bitch. And the 2, these 2 I picked for my next ones are the Warrior 3 and the Tribe palettes. I love these so much. So for this one, I love this for like my primary colors. Like I feel like this palette has true primary colors with like the blue and the red and the yellow, but then you also get like the secondary, the green, the orange, you know, you get the purple, you get a nice hot pink. So I love this for those like super basic colorful colors that are very pigmented, blend really nicely, to have a little bit of everything in terms of, like I said, your primary and your secondary colors. This is like that perfect palette for that. Also, this blue up here, this shimmery blue is literally like, what? Like, so good. It's so good. And this gray is beautiful too. I don't use this enough. I don't use gray too often, but I love this for having like some really nice high quality primary and secondary matte colors. This is a dream. And then I picked the Tribe because this to me, it just speaks to me. As you can see, I love like khaki, poopy, gross green kind of eyeshadow looks. They speak to me so much. And I really love the tones in here because you get your yucky poop brown diarrhea here, but then you get this really beautiful, deep green that's amazing. I love these more intense neon greens here. And then this shade right here is such a beautiful, like unexpected type color where it looks gold, but when you put it on with the rest of, like when you're doing the greens, it looks like more green. You see the green duochrome. The shimmers in the center of this palette are out of this world, but we already knew that about Miss Juvia's Place because they're just so nice and crazy. So yeah, when I want to do like a really like, even if I was going to do like a really orangey bronze, you know, to take this one and blend it with the orange and then like pop this on the lid. This palette is just so good. The quality of this, I would say this is the best quality Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette I have. I'm looking up at my thing. Between this one and the Nubian 3, the coral one, those two I feel like are the 2 best quality from them. And just the color story in this is amazing. And it's so unique. I just love that. It inspires me a lot to use that one. All right, so next one is this beauty. I've been using this so much more lately because I love her so much. And this is the Alomar Cosmetics Volume 1 palette. It is so dirty right now because my daughter took it off my desk and then she got a brush and just went like this. So I have like orange all in the blue right now, and it's kind of looks a mess. But I love this palette. You guys know I love this palette. I talk about it a lot. This is just that perfect palette, kind of like I did a couple videos ago, when I want to do that like very beachy, tropical, summery look where you've got like your warm crease with your really pretty blue, teal, you know, lid kind of shade. When I want to do that kind of summery look, like this is what I think of first. Another palette where the shimmers are just like so beautiful. Do some swatches here. The shimmers are so beautiful. This one, El Malacon, I think I'm saying that right, I'm probably not, is so nice. But you guys know this. I'm not gonna rant and rave too much about this palette because you guys know I already love it. But I would have to have this for the shimmers, for that perfect warm smoky eye you can make with the bottom shades. This is, again, like has to be in my top 10. So this next one is newer to me, but when I was kind of putting my palettes together, I was like, what like area of colors am I missing? And from all of these palettes I'm going to show you, the area I'm missing is silvery colors. And I knew like if I only had a couple palettes, I would still want to be able to do a silver eye look, because I think whenever I do like silver with like browns and black, my eyes look really brown, whereas like when I do a lot of other eye looks, they tend to look more greeny or whatever. So I like to switch it up with some silvery colors. So I picked the Nabla Cutie Platinum palette. I also dug my finger into this one, so sad. But this is a palette, and I mainly honestly picked this one for the shimmers, because the shimmers in this palette are another one that's out of this world. As you can see, I really like shimmers. I'm obviously picking out the shimmers in each palette, but the shimmers in this palette are so good and unique. And so this is another one I'd have to have because I'd want to be able to do like a silver look. You know what I'm saying? This silver is stupid. It's stupid how good this silver is. I mean, like, come on, it's so beautiful. Have you ever seen something so beautiful as that silver? You haven't. Yeah, this palette, the quality is really great and all the shades are beautiful, and it would give me those more cool toned smoky options to add more like gray, smoky colors and toppers, and this more like cool brown and that kind of thing. So yeah, would have to have this, and the quality on this is unreal. So definitely would have this in my top 10. Next one is one I haven't used in a while, but it's one that, well, I haven't used in a while on my channel. Yeah, I haven't used it on my channel, but like in my day-to-day, I use this a lot, and it's for similar reasons as the Tribe palette. So maybe it's redundant, but it gives me more options. But this is the Morphe Boss Mood palette. This is one of my favorite palettes from Morphe. This whole section here of like, sorry, all these greens and stuff, this palette has so much variation in all of these really beautiful olive colors, and you have olive shimmers, so many olive mattes. I've done so many looks with this palette, but also the purples in here are really nice as well towards the bottom. The purples are beautiful, and the black in this palette here is one of the darkest, most pigmented black shades that I've ever used. Like, it's amazing. So I highly recommend this one. Also, if I was gonna have just my 10, because I would want to be able to do lots of variations of an olivey smoky eye. So I'd probably use this a lot in conjunction with my Tribe palette, because this has more of those like vibrant olive shades. And then this would bring me back to like a little bit more of like the poopy toned olivey shades. Because I just love the way those olive shades look and work with my eye color and everything. And the shimmers in here are very unique. I know I keep going back to the shimmers, but all the shimmers in this palette have like duochrome glitters in them. I am covered in eyeshadow right now. My hands are disgusting. Yes, so highly recommend that one too. Okay, next is the most boring palette, but with everything I had so far, this was necessary. And this is the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. So here is my option in all of my top 10 palettes of having any kind of neutral. You know what I'm saying? I already have a lot of neutral options between like the Jackie Aina palette, the Alomar palette with the Stacey Marie palette. It has some cute little warm browns. So this has a lot of neutral browns and cool toned browns, a couple warms, but a lot of beautiful shimmers too. This Silk Teddy color is like one of my favorite, probably my favorite champagne color ever. It's so pretty and creamy and amazing. So I would definitely have to have this to be able to have a really nice range of neutrals to go with all my colors, you know, and be able to kind of mix it up a little bit. The deep shades in here are really nice. The pigmentation is amazing on these colors. So I highly recommend this one. You guys know I mention it every time I use this palette in a video. It's dirty as fuck. Like this palette gets nasty and I, you know, don't use it that often. It's disgusting. I hate this cardboard packaging, but the quality and the shades definitely make up for the fact that the packaging is gross. All right, and now my final palette for my top 10. Y'all should know what this is. Save one of the best for last. I saved one of the best for first and one of the best for last. This is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. Volume 1 went out the door once this one came out. Volume 1 is still very high quality, but I mean, come on. This is my Sunset palette dream. This palette is the most perfect, like, sunset palette ever. To have the most perfect oranges, reds, pinks, purples. Like, this palette is an absolute dream. This palette is so good. And if you don't have it yet, you're missing out. If you are down for bright colors, and wearing these kind of colors and you don't have this palette yet, you're literally missing out on your life because the quality is like unreal. These blend so well. They are beautiful. They're vibrant. I love, like, when I open this palette, it makes me happy because it's so beautiful and I like it that much. I can't get over this palette and I'm so happy they came out with this. And I'm so happy every time I go open this up and use this palette. It's another one where the black is very dark. It has like a matte, almost white color in here, which is very pigmented. So I feel like I have my bases covered in terms of having like whites and everything else and blacks and all that kind of stuff between all my palettes. But yeah, this is just so good. And you guys probably know that because I'm sure you have it already, but it's unreal. And if I had to pick my top 10, I could not go without this, you know? Like I have the Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree Star. Girl, I never use that palette. I never use that palette because this is so much better. The quality in this, I think, is better than the Blood Sugar palette. Fight me, but I think the pinks and purples in this are way more pigmented and easily more blendable than the Blood Sugar palette. So sorry if that hurts your feelings, but alrighty guys, so that is it. Hope you found this helpful, kind of quickie, interesting video about like my favorite palettes. I'm really curious to know some of your guys' like favorite must-have palettes. So if you have some palettes that you can't live without that are different than mine, please leave them down below in the comments. I'd really like to know. Maybe give something a try that I haven't had yet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I will see you next time.